Good afternoon, everybody. Good Friday afternoon. We're going to start here in just a few minutes, but if you guys want to sit back here for just about 5 more minutes, I'm getting a couple more things ready here, and then we'll be good to go. We'll be going on the weather forecast here. Since I could not do a video here this morning, I figured I might as well get on here live to do a weather forecast for you this afternoon. So hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes. If you guys have not liked the live stream, like it down below, press the thumbs up button, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're new, and always hit that notification bell to get all of my daily weather forecast updates each and every morning that I do here on this channel. Sit back, everybody. I will be right back here at about 3:05 p.m. 3:05 p.m. Enjoy the music here while I'm gone. I'll be right back here in just a few minutes, everyone. Good afternoon, everybody. I am back. Thanks for hanging tough with me here this afternoon. If you guys have not yet pressed the like button down below, press that like button here. Let's get as many people in this live stream as we possibly can. Again, thank you to everybody joining here this afternoon. Much appreciated. I know I could not do a video this morning. I had some technical difficulties and stuff like that here. So hopefully I can do a video tomorrow morning for you guys. I know you guys count on my videos each and every morning at 9 a.m. I will be having those videos a little bit more, I hope tomorrow. I start tomorrow. Hopefully we can get that up and running. I was able to live stream here, but I could not do a video because of some of the internet issues and cable issues I'm having at my house. So we'll be getting that hopefully refined by tomorrow morning so I could start doing more of these weather forecasts. So I figured let's go on live. Let's do weather forecasts for you guys from the West Coast to the East Coast, here to the Gulf of Mexico, up to Canada, all across the country. And looking here this afternoon, we're actually seeing some very heavy rain over here into portions of California here. I'm going to stop this real quick to show you across this zone here into California, we're actually seeing some pretty heavy rain across the Fresno and the Bakersfield area here. And this is the start of some very heavy rain that we could be expecting over the next 24 to 48 hours here. And this will actually slide farther to the south and east toward the Los Angeles region and Santa Clara, California, as we head through the overnight hours tonight into Saturday morning. So let's take a look at that here using our short range weather forecast models, such as, let's see here, let's use the HRRR model, one of the more accurate weather models that we use. And you do see, if I can get this up and running here real quick for you guys, let's look at, here we go. All right, so we got some heavier snow up here. This is 3 o'clock this afternoon. This is currently what we're seeing. Right now, it's some heavier rainfall across this zone here, but in the higher elevations here up toward Reno and then getting up through the Sierra Nevada mountains, we're actually seeing some pretty healthy snowfall flying at probably 1 to 2 inches per hour across these zones. So that definitely have to be mindful of those travel impacts through the day today. But as we go through this weather model, and actually I'll go back to the 18Z so we can get more of a picture on this. This is going into this evening. You can start to see that some of this rainfall will start to move farther south. So Bakersfield down here, Los Angeles now, we're going to start to see more heavy rain and even some snowflakes. I know the other day there was people posting that there was actually snowflakes flying in downtown Los Angeles. Very crazy stuff happening down here. There could be some of that as well, especially on the eastern side of the city down here. But I do think a lot of the snow will be up into the Sierra Nevadas back up in this area here. So that's what we're going to continue to watch through this evening. This is 8 o'clock. And again, all of this heavy rainfall in this zone here, there is actually a moderate risk for flash flooding here for the Fresno, Bakersfield, and even up there toward Los Angeles, especially downtown Los Angeles. So you definitely want to be mindful of that. We could be talking about some pretty heavy rainfall here, about 3 to 6 inches worth of rain over the next 24 to 48 hours across those areas. And I will actually show you that right now. And let me take that off for you guys. Let me take the radar part off for you. And let's get back to showing. Let's see here. Let's go back to the radar. Again, guys, bear with me here. It's been a long day. I'm trying to get all my videos, trying to get my videos set for you guys and all that stuff. So seeing right here, there is actually a moderate risk for flash flooding here, and this is the Los Angeles region, Long Beach, California, up there toward Riverside, Santa Clara, Oxnard, and then up there towards the Santa Barbara area. All those areas are in that moderate risk for flash flooding, which means numerous, if not widespread, flash flooding does look likely across those zones as we head through the day today. So that will be something to watch. Even Santa Maria up here, Palmdale down toward Riverside, there's still that slight risk for at least scattered flash flooding events, and then even that marginal risk for flash flooding that extends as far north as near the Fresno area down through Bakersfield and Lancaster here. This is in portions of California, and that actually extends farther south towards Tijuana. So that is something to watch across the border into northwestern Mexico as well, with some flash flooding. So this could be affecting parts of the Tijuana region as well down here into northwestern Mexico. So if you live in those zones, definitely going to be mindful of that for some flash flooding through these next through the next 24 to 48 hours. If you guys are with me here on the live chat, I'm going to go through some of your comments, questions, and concerns periodically through the live stream here. I'm going to be live for a little while this afternoon. I'm not sure exactly how long, just to kind of go through the weather forecast. There's stuff we need to talk about. We got a significant severe weather outbreak looking likely here across the central southern plains going into this weekend, centered on Sunday, and then a northeast snowstorm. I know you guys have been, in New York City, Boston, Hartford, Connecticut. A lot of those areas haven't seen a lot of snow this year. Wait until you see what I have coming for you later on in this live stream. We're going to be talking about that, breaking that down. We have a northeast snowstorm on the way early next week. Okay, so we're going to be talking about, talking about that as well. in this live stream. So let me go through your comments, questions, concerns on here real quick. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to ask any. I definitely would encourage you guys to ask as many questions as possible and be interactive on the live chat here this afternoon. McDaniel says, glad you were on. Well, thank you so much. Chad says, hello. It's crazy in California. Yeah, very heavy rainfall for sure. And that's why we have that moderate risk for flash flooding down in these areas, especially centered on the Los Angeles region and Santa Clarita up there towards portions of Long Beach. Definitely want to be mindful of that through the rest of today and into tonight. Snowies, hello. Good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining. Ashley Leith says, already liked. Make sure you smack the like, everyone. Weather on the Go deserves it. Thank you so much, Ashley. Much appreciated. Yeah, everybody, go hit that like button. It helps to get more people on the live stream. Definitely much appreciated. Thanks. We already have 26 likes out there, I see. Let's try to get over 100 likes here within the next few minutes. That would be pretty cool, everybody. Thank you for joining. Let's see here. Who else is talking here? Is Bear Valley in California? Bear Valley here. I can search it for you on the search bar here. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure you're right, though. Let me see. Bear Valley, California. I don't see it on here. It could be. It could be a valley here in California. I'm not exactly sure about that. Does anybody know, is Bear Valley in California? Snowies wants to know. I have no idea, honestly. I'm from the Midwest, so I am not too sure about that. Chad says, I have never been to California. Yeah, neither have I. California is a big state, especially a lot of population down here. And that's why we're worried about the flash flooding threat today down in Los Angeles here in this zone in the red, because a lot of population. You got Oxnard in here, Santa Clarita, you got Santa Barbara, especially Los Angeles metro area, and then down here toward Long Beach and even Riverside. There's a lot of population in these zones. So that's why we're taking this flash flood potential today very seriously, as they could be seeing upwards of about half a foot of rainfall here. Yeah, some very heavy rain over the next 24 to 48 hours. Ashley says, I'm so glad I'm not there. We have barely had any snow this year. Thankfully, enough of a white Christmas. So ready for spring. Yeah, I agree with you, Ashley. Yeah, I'm ready for spring as well. We definitely, a lot of people are wanting, the warmer weather. And we have some stuff to talk about here, especially across the Great Plains here momentarily. Oh, they're all up in the mountains. And Paul says Big Bear City, Crestline, Lake Arrowhead, Running Springs, all up in mountains east of Los Angeles. All right. Well, thank you so much for mentioning that. Yes, I was just wondering, Snowies was wondering as well where Bear Valley and all that stuff was. So, yes, Snowies, you are correct. Big Bear City, that's just east of the mountains up there into Los Angeles. So, thank you so much, Paul, for letting us know. Snowy says thank you. Well, you're very welcome. Chad says the Plains event looks like a big windstorm, non-thunderstorm winds along with severe weather possible. Yeah, there's all modes of severe weather. Let's actually get into that here and what we're seeing out across the West Coast here today, and then we'll get into that right now. So let me switch over here to the weather models and see what we are talking about here. Let me go over to the NAM model. So as we go through the day today, and let me get rid of the flash flooding risk on here so we don't see that. All right, so as we go through the day today, we have, of course, we have the heavier rainfall and stuff like that back here across portions of California. Now, by the time we get into midnight here, now we're turning into Saturday, all this will be moving out of central California and down across portions of the Los Angeles region. So we're going to be talking about more heavy rain for Los Angeles, Santa Clarita, down here towards Santa Barbara, and then even the Riverside area. So those areas in that marginal, slight, and moderate risk zones for flash flooding will be need to be watched, especially getting through the height of tonight. But look at the heavy snow up here across portions of the Sierra Nevada mountains just to the north and east and northward of the Los Angeles region. We're going to be seeing very heavy snow through the evening and overnight hours tonight across these zones, and some of that may be spreading north and eastward into portions of central and southern Nevada as well. Places into Utah up here, we could have a few flurries and snow showers. But even as we get in through the day tomorrow, things get a little bit more interesting here towards the 6 a.m. time frame. We have all that heavy rain still sticking around down here into Los Angeles, so multiple hours worth of very heavy rain And this does raise the concern for flash flooding. And you can see some of that moves farther south, even towards the Tijuana region as we get to 6 a.m. on your Saturday. We're still talking about that heavy snow up here into the Sierra Nevada mountains. So if you live in these areas or travel through these areas, you definitely want to be mindful of that going up into those higher elevations. And again, some of that heavier snow will be spreading up into southern portions of Nevada, just north of the Las Vegas region and west of St. George. So that will be something to watch going into our Saturday morning. Then as we go into Saturday afternoon, noon time frame, you still see all this precipitation back across central Southern California, and this is continuous rainfall here all the way through the noon time frame from tonight all the way through noon on Saturday in Los Angeles. The Tijuana region now starting to get some moderate to heavy rainfall there into northwestern Mexico. And then as we go in towards the late afternoon, you still see this starts to turn a little bit more to snow as some of the colder air tries to move downward here from the upper elevations or higher elevations farther down here into the lower elevations, as well as we have some radial cooling through the day in the afternoon tomorrow. And we could have a few snowflakes not too far out of the city of Los Angeles. That is definitely a possibility as we see some cooler air later tomorrow afternoon, according to the NAM model. And then we're going to go a little further from there. Now, tomorrow afternoon and evening, we're going to move a little farther east. We are seeing a couple of sprinkles, showers down here across the Red River into Texas. We're not too terribly concerned about that going through tomorrow. Nothing severe about that. No heavy rainfall. Our main system is still down here, very stubborn to move eastward across the southwestern United States, southern Nevada, central, southern California, and this will eventually move its way to the east by the time we get into Sunday. So let's get a little bit farther down the road here, and let's show you first how much rainfall we can expect in California here. Besides talking about it, let's show it here. Look at all the heavy rainfall just over the Santa Clarita area near Los Angeles, and we'll go to the end of the model run here of what you can expect. This goes all the way through early next week, and look at some of these rainfall totals. We're seeing over a foot easily of rainfall according to the NAM 12 km model here just north of Los Angeles. So the downtown area on north, there are spots that could see 12, 13, 14 inches of rain potentially out of this setup. So definitely some concerning stuff here. And I'll zoom it in a little bit further. The Palmdale area, if you live here, about half a foot of rain. We could be talking about 5, 6 inches. Santa Clarita here down toward about 10, 11 inches. Santa Barbara, we're getting about 7, 8 inches. Downtown Los Angeles, we could be seeing easily 6 to 8 inches worth of rain just over the next 3 to 4 days. So that is something worth noting. And then the Long Beach area here south of Los Angeles, about 5, 6 inches here. San Diego, definitely some very heavy rain, maybe 1 to 3 inches down here. The Tijuana region down into northwestern Mexico, we could be talking about 1 to 3 inches here as well. So definitely be mindful of that if you're traveling. Fresno, we could see about 3 or 4 inches. Yeah, a lot of these areas will see some very heavy rainfall. And that's why we do have that moderate risk that I was showing you across these zones down here. So definitely want to be mindful of that going over the next 3 to 4 days. So let me get back to the chat, everybody. If you guys have not yet liked the live stream, everybody go press that like button down below. We got 111 people watching. Press that like button down below, everybody. Let's get a lot more people watching here the live stream and this live weather forecast this afternoon, because next we're going to be talking about the severe weather outbreak likely to unfold across the central southern plains, and we definitely need more people on here because that is some dangerous stuff we're looking at going into Sunday. So let's try to get as many people in here as possible, and the only way to do that, guys, is to press that like button down below. Let's do it. Press the subscribe button if you haven't already, and notification bell to get all of my updates every day. Let me go. I'm trying not to skip any of your comments, guys. If I do, just put another comment down. Don't spam my page, but just put another comment down, all right? Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate you joining this afternoon. Donna says, hello from Wisconsin. We are still digging out from our snowstorms. Yeah, you guys had lots of snow. I know that into Wisconsin. I don't think I can show that here of how much snowfall you did see, but let me look and see if I can, because that is pretty interesting of how much snowfall that you did see up there in Wisconsin. So let me see if I can retrieve that for you. Let's see. I don't know if I can go back to the past the past snowfall and rainfall accumulations. Let me see if I can do that here for you. I don't see it here, unfortunately. But yeah, you did see some very heavy snow just up there into Wisconsin for sure. I know this area up here was definitely battered by very heavy snow. A lot of these areas saw over a foot of snow with that snowstorm that did move across the upper Great Lakes region toward the east. There was an ice storm down here in between. Lots of icing here. I know we had some ice on my trees where I live west of Chicago, and then you had a lot of that icing over there towards Milwaukee, Detroit, Toronto, even parts of the Northeast over here saw some ice with that system going in towards southern New York State, northern Pennsylvania, and portions there of far northern New Jersey over the past couple of days. So definitely, I hear you there, Donna. Yes, lots of snow, still digging out. Chad says the craziest weather I have ever saw was in Central Florida with snowfall, 13 degrees, 20 to 40 mile per hour winds back in the year 2000. Saw flurries in Daytona. Wow, yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive for that far south. Andy says, "Hey, is Texas ever going to get some rain of more than an inch or more?" Well, probably North Texas. I don't. If you live down near the Rio Grande Valley here, like for example, if I go down towards the Houston area, down here towards Austin, San Antonio, Fort Stockton up here, all these areas south of this line, it's really tough to get rainfall here. We see a drier pattern, and I was just looking earlier today at the Climate Prediction Center's forecast for precipitation, and they actually favor below normal precipitation across these areas here that I'm going to circle. So if you live in these areas here in the southern central portions of Texas, including the Houston area, San Antonio, Austin, the Odessa region, back towards Fort Stockton here, getting down toward Corpus Christi, Victoria, Texas, Brownsville, Texas, all these areas are going to be below normal at least over the next couple of weeks. So that is something we'll continue to watch. I know I can't show the Climate Prediction Center's forecast on here, but that's what it does show. You guys can go look at that. It's the Climate Prediction Center. You can type it in on Google. Near normal precipitation up here in the Panhandle of Texas, North Texas here near normal over the next couple of weeks. So Amarillo, Midland, Lubbock, over here toward Wichita Falls, Dallas, Fort Worth, up there towards Texarkana, Denton, Texas, McKinney, over there towards Shreveport. Yeah, near normal for precipitation in those zones going over the next 8 to 14 days or so. So over the next 2 weeks. That goes into early March. So that's what the Climate Prediction Center does forecast. Steven says, what's weather on the go? What's weather on the go? Thanks for the live stream. Oh, I think you said thanks weather on the okay. Thanks weather on the go for the live stream. You're definitely welcome. Again, I could not do a video today. I apologize, everybody. Hopefully, I can get a video out for you guys tomorrow morning because I know you guys like my detailed weather forecasts and you guys count on me to do that. I hope to be back tomorrow. I had some cable issues and internet issues here on my end today up here in the Midwest, and hopefully, I can get that resolved by tomorrow morning. Definitely appreciate it. Rain Mave says, hi. Hello, Rain Maves. Ashley says, I'll never forget when I was about to fly to Oregon from Ohio. It was negative 22 degrees at 5 a.m. on my way to the airport. Had to postpone the flight for a bit to defrost the plane. Way too cold. Yeah, a lot of those times when you're traveling and you expect to get to your destination as quick as possible and as timely as possible, then you have issues like that. You're talking about defrosting the plane when it's just so cold. You have to defrost the plane in order to fly. So yeah, I definitely hear you there. So they had to postpone the flight for that. Interesting. Rainy Fourth says, still waiting for snow in Missouri. Nothing to speak in central Missouri. Disappointed. Not much at all this winter. Yeah, I know a lot of these places here into the Ohio Valley and stuff, and even the Northeast up toward New York City, they haven't seen much. I know St. Louis hasn't seen a lot of snow. Kansas City hasn't. Springfield, Illinois even. Indianapolis, all these areas really haven't seen a lot of snow. Columbus, Ohio, they haven't seen much snow this year. There's a lot of places that really haven't seen a lot of snow this year. So hopefully we can get some more snowstorms. I do have hope for you guys. We're going to talk about the long range later on in the live stream, so do stick around. because I do think later on here this month, and I'll just kind of give you a rough estimate right now of what I think will happen. I'm going to put an L here for low pressure off to the west. I do think we're going to have more systems develop on the front range of the Rockies or in the eastern Four Corners region here, a surface low pressure going into that first, even second week in March. And some of these systems will drop southeast toward the Texas Panhandle and potentially as far south as central Texas before turning left up here towards the southern United States, kind of a track like this. And some of the guidance is showing that into the first and second week of March. And if this does occur, it would actually put that snow line up here across portions of the Ohio Valley. So places that haven't seen a lot of wintry precipitation. So like Nashville up here, Oklahoma City, Memphis, even St. Louis, potentially the Louisville region up there towards Columbus, Ohio, potentially Washington, D.C., Richmond, Virginia, Chattanooga, just to name a few cities there. A lot of these areas could start to see more wintry precipitation if a track does remain intact, like some of the models do show going into the first couple of days and first couple of weeks in March. That would put the rain line well far south here towards the immediate Gulf Coast, to places like Houston, New Orleans, there toward Lake Charles, Louisiana, Mobile, Alabama, Jacksonville, the Myrtle Beach region here in Charleston, South Carolina, Savannah, Georgia, the Tampa Bay region, just some cities there on the rain side of that track. So we'll continue to watch it as we get a little bit closer, but I am fairly confident, though. Here, I'll draw it one more time for you guys that, at least where the low pressure system could go. I do think I'm fairly confident. Again, I'll draw the L for low pressure, that we're going to have a low drop out of the front range, drop southeast, and then take that left-hand turn up through portions of the mid-Atlantic going into that first and second week in March. And that would place the snow zone to the north of that track up here across places like the the lower Midwest, rather, into the Ohio Valley and parts of the mid-Atlantic. And that would move northeastward towards the northeast. And then that rain line, obviously, would be across the southeast, the Gulf Coast, and maybe some severe weather in this zone as well. So we'll continue to watch that as we go in towards that first couple of weeks, into March. So that's what we're going to be watching for. Again, thank you everybody for joining. If you have not already, press that like button down below. We're at 61 likes, so we need about 39 more likes to get 100 likes here on the live stream. Let's see if we can do it in the next few minutes. Thanks, everybody. Definitely appreciate it. Ashley says, make sure to like the stream, everyone. Weather on the Go works hard to bring us the most factual information and on videos and streams. Thank you so much, Ashley. Yeah, press that like button, everybody. It helps to get more people on the live stream. If you guys haven't already, again, it's just so easy, guys. Just press the like button, subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell down below. 3 buttons, guys. So easy to do, and it helps to go a long way with this channel. Definitely appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel each and every day. Appreciate it, guys. Ashley says, the chat's moving so fast today. I apologize. I don't even know where your comment went, Ashley. I can't see it. Snowy says, I don't know how much snow we got, but shoveling yesterday was not fun. Well, I don't even like shoveling, but we haven't, fortunately, we haven't really shoveled too much up here across the the lower Midwest up here. It's mainly been northwest or southeast of where I live, really, for the snowfall this year. So it's been tough to come by, but hopefully we can get more snow over the next, couple of weeks, because winter is slowly winding down, guys. We're getting towards March 1st. March 1st is actually on Wednesday next week. And yeah, we're slowly getting closer towards the end of winter here, but there's still hope for some snow. If you're still wanting some snow, if you're a snow lover out there, there's some hope coming for you early next week. So now let's get into the severe weather potential going in towards next week. So all this rain back across California here, all this is going to actually dive south and eastward towards the Four Corners region before moving in towards the central and southern plains. And this is the area to watch as we go through the next couple of days, especially on Sunday. If the area here is what we need to be concerned about as we go into the day on Sunday. And I'll show you that here. The Storm Prediction Center did update their forecast, their day 3 outlook here for Sunday. they actually still do have that slight and enhanced risk for severe thunderstorms. This does include the Wichita area, down into Tulsa here, the Oklahoma City metro area. I'll zoom in here a little bit more to get some smaller cities in here of where you can expect the more intense severe weather on Sunday. Oklahoma City, the Norman area. I know that's where the Storm Prediction Center is headquarters out of there, is in Norman. Down in portions of Moore, Oklahoma, Lawton, Fort Sill, down toward Wichita Falls here near the Red River into Texas. The I-44 corridor from Oklahoma City to Wichita Falls will be affected by this. You have the Vernon area, Altus up there toward Clinton. That's into Oklahoma. That's in the enhanced risk zone. And then farther north, Elk City up there towards the El Reno area. I know El Reno, the infamous EF5 tornado, the widest tornado in U.S. history, that you guys are under the severe weather threat for a level 3 of 5 and enhanced risk on Sunday. And then that moves up just to the west of Tulsa. And then, of course, you got that slight risk farther north. This does cover the Dodge City, Wichita, and getting close to the Topeka, Kansas region. And even that severe weather threat with a marginal risk extends farther north to Lincoln, Nebraska, Topeka, over here toward Hays, Kansas, and even the Jefferson City area there into Missouri. So we definitely want to be mindful of that. And again, this is south of Omaha, but I wouldn't be surprised if the newer outlooks start to move that farther north towards Omaha. So even if you live in Omaha, you could still see that marginal risk inch its way a little bit farther to the north by a couple of counties as we head through the next couple of days with the updates from the Storm Prediction Center. Snows in Oklahoma March 2nd and 3rd. I don't see any snow in Oklahoma on March 2nd and 3rd right now. I'll have to look at the models, Steve, but I haven't looked at the models all day since I didn't do a video this morning. I have not looked at any of the longer range models, so I will take a look at that momentarily if you want to know about that. Across Oklahoma, but as of right now, of what I saw last night, I didn't see much of anything to get excited about for snow in Oklahoma. So I'll look at that here in just a couple of minutes for you. Paul says the Colorado River Basin is still going to be in a drought. 7 states rely on the snowpack in the mountains to fill the reservoirs. Yeah, the Colorado River is a definitely very important river out west, especially for that watershed there in California and the Colorado back there. Yeah, it's a lot of those areas back there. They need a lot of rainfall, to refill those reservoirs. Paul is absolutely correct. Yeah, and they're still in a pretty decent drought out west. You still got those severe and extreme drought impacts. The worst of the drought actually in the United States is actually right in this zone. So hopefully, I know we have severe weather potential here, but hopefully we can get some beneficial rains over the next couple of weeks at least to start to alleviate the drought across these areas. That is for sure. Guys, we need 20 more likes. We're at 80 likes here right now. Let's try to get 20 more likes to get to 100, guys. Definitely appreciate it. Oh, Steven says that's supposed to say what's up. Well, what's up, Steven? Thanks for joining this afternoon. Much appreciated. Severe weather for central Indiana next week? No, I don't really think so. I will take a look at that here right now, but I don't think so for Indiana. More of a heavy rainfall threat for Indiana going into next week, especially on that Monday time frame. So if you live in Indiana, central Indiana here in particular with your question, I think more of a heavy rain setup. Sure, there could be some thunderstorms mixed in there, some scattered thunderstorms up here. Even on the Sunday outlook here, you can see some of that general, the lighter green color extends up into eastern Illinois, southern, central Indiana, including near the Indianapolis region, Evansville, Indiana down here, Louisville, Kentucky. These areas will mainly be for heavy rainfall and some claps of thunder and stuff like that, and some lightning. Nothing too bad, though. No severe weather I'm expecting there, at least on Sunday, but we'll take a look at that on Monday. Mainly a heavy rain setup again with what I was looking at last night. Yeah, travel is tough, though, Ashley. Yes, in bad weather, Ashley, yeah, the travel is tough, especially when you have a lot of snow. And there was an ice storm recently up there across the lower Midwest and the northern Ohio Valley towards the Detroit region and north of Chicago that did cause lots and lots of power outages up in this zone just a few days ago. So, yeah, there's still recovering from that. I think there's even some power outages still. I know I can't see that here, but yes, definitely a lot of power outages over the past, couple of days and still up in these regions. Hey guys, we're 10 likes away, guys. 10 likes from 100. Let's see if we can do it. Press that like button, everybody. Press that like button. Appreciate it. Let's get as many people in here as possible. Still waiting for spring rain, Maves? Well, if you get an early preview of spring in the south, I know there's a couple areas down here to Texas that actually near the Rio Grande Valley that had 100-degree temperature. First 100-degree temperature in Texas, or probably even the United States, I think, that did occur just a few days ago as well. So very, very warm, very hot temperatures down there near the Rio Grande Valley in Texas. What about Jersey Shore long range outlook, James? I will get to that here in just a moment. Hang with me here again. I know I'm talking like crazy right now. I'm talking about a lot of different things. I apologize. I'm just trying to get around to everybody's questions on here, comments, concerns, and talk about what we can expect for severe weather on Sunday. But I will get to that here momentarily. If you guys stick around, definitely appreciate it. Again, thanks for being interactive, everybody in the live chat here this afternoon. Definitely much appreciated. Again, it's nice to have questions. You guys all have great questions. I love answering your questions, so definitely much appreciated. Again, the chat is moving quick, so if I don't get to your question, just put it down again. Don't spam the page. Just put it, ask your question again. I'll try it, hopefully, to answer it. Ashley says, you don't like shoveling snow, Ashley? Or scraping your windshield of your car, especially with the ice? You don't like doing that? Isn't that the funnest part, guys? Is scraping the windshield when you have an ice storm with you have like an inch thick of ice on your windshield? Isn't that great? No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I've done that a few times too, and yeah, it's not fun. I'll say that. Needs to wind down quicker. The winter does. Yeah, I know, Snowies. You like the warm weather. I remember that. Up there in southeastern Canada, you like the warmer weather. Snowy's with the double thumbs up. Thank you very much. All right, guys. Let's say Brendan says, "Do you think Central Arkansas will get any more severe weather anytime soon?" Um, well, if you on Sunday overnight and a Monday morning, there's actually a marginal risk here west of Little Rock for the time being. We'll have to wait and see if this gets extended farther east, but I think a lot of these storms, as they move out of Oklahoma here towards the Fort Smith, Fayetteville, and Rogers region out here into western portions of Arkansas, will be weakening trend as they move east toward Jonesboro, Little Rock, and the Pine Bluff area here, towards Interstate 30 up there, Interstate 40. Yeah, I think these areas it'll be weakening as it pushes into central and eastern Arkansas. So I'm not too terribly concerned about severe weather. For example, in your region there. But I think west of you, maybe near the Oklahoma and Arkansas border, there definitely is a little bit better of a chance of severe weather. But obviously, the main risk for severe weather is back here toward Oklahoma City, Norman on Sunday, Elk City, the Altus region, Lawton, Fort Sill, Oklahoma, and then getting down near the Red River here in Texas, Wichita Falls, Vernon, and then down there towards the northwestern side of McKinney, Texas. Those are the areas that I'm a little bit more concerned about. El Reno is also in that as well. Places up here just west of Tulsa, Woodward, Kansas, Ponca City. All these areas are definitely under the threat for at least a higher end risk for severe weather. That's a level 3 of 5. And as you go up on the scale, so the scale goes from 0 to 5. So if here, let me use a better color so you guys can see that. So this would be considered a level 0 back here since it's just a general thunderstorm risk. This is a level 1 of 5, that marginal risk in the green. So that means as you go up, the higher the number, the better the chance of severe weather. Okay, so you start at 0, essentially no chance for severe weather near the Little Rock and Jonesboro area. And level 1 back here, that means the threat of severe weather is climbing. Level 2 of 5 here in that yellow shaded zone, and then a level 3 of 5. I could draw that probably a little bit better. A level 3 of 5 back in these areas here. So that is what we're seeing going through the Sunday time frame. So definitely want to be mindful of that if you live in those areas. Drew Ferguson, do you think Lincoln, Nebraska is going to receive any severe weather on Sunday afternoon and evening, or is it mainly to ourself? Oh, I think you meant to your south, to the south of Lincoln. I will look at that here. Let me go northward toward Lincoln here. Lincoln, you're right on the line there, Lincoln. No, I think the worst of the severe weather, of course, is going to be farther south into that yellow and orange zone, down into portions of Kansas, Oklahoma, North Texas. But you're right on the line there. You do have a marginal risk for severe storms there in Lincoln, Nebraska. So definitely, yeah, you could see a couple of strong storms up here, though. Mainly a hail-producing storms. I don't think there's going to be enough push with the low and mid-level jet for really any significant damaging winds or tornadoes. Mainly an elevated hail type of event up here with any of the thunderstorms, so maybe some quarter-size hail at that. But even that threat is pretty low. So I think mainly hail type of systems up here, hailstorms and stuff like that. But mainly that's more of a marginal threat. And even the hail threat down in the level 3 of 5 in the Oklahoma City area is not that great either, because the instability is going to be there. It's just not a lot. We're only talking about here. Let me go back to the NAM model to kind of show you what I'm talking about. Let me go back here to the, I wonder if the NAM 3KM shows it yet for Sunday. It should. Let me take off the severe weather risk thing for you so you can see what I'm talking about here. I'm going to put up a thing on here. It's called CAPE, Convective Available Potential Energy, and it definitely shows where we expect where the atmosphere is going to be the most unstable going into Sunday. So let me try and find that here. Okay, so here's Sunday evening. This is early evening, early to mid-evening, around 8 o'clock, and you start to see these green and yellows showing up. This is what we call, this is most unstable CAPE, or convective available potential energy in this area. And what I mean by that is that there's going to be warm temperatures in conjunction with dew points rising into the 50s and 60s all the way up here from the north, or from the south to the north up here toward Lincoln, Kansas City, Wichita, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, all these areas. And the brighter the color, the more unstable the air mass is. And you can see the dry line is actually back here to the west. And so any areas behind the dry line, you're more stable. Ahead of the dry line, you're more unstable with these brighter colors. And the clash of the air masses right along the dry line here is where we expect the severe weather by 8 o'clock on Sunday. So definitely something to watch. Looking at the dynamics here, let's break it down just a little bit further for you guys. We're going to look at the mid-level jet, because you can see these winds on Sunday. It starts to what we call a little bit of a kink in the jet stream. We have a little bit of a backward turn towards the northwest. So it tries to take more of a negative tilt on Sunday. And usually with a negative tilt trough, you have, the more intense severe weather days. Not always, but sometimes. And it looks like this is one of the exceptions here for the severe weather in this zone, especially getting in towards that time frame, because it's right in that zone where that negative tilt will be in that trough. And that's why we have that severe weather potential. And look at these winds as well back here across portions of eastern New Mexico, northwestern Texas into the Texas Panhandle, and even eastern Oklahoma back here. Some pretty strong winds. And these are going to be rounding the base of that trough, moving up over that zone that has a lot of the energy I was just showing you. And that's why we are going to be seeing some severe weather. Now, another important aspect to this is actually the low-level jet. We're going to look at this because this is actually controlling the tornado potential. You can see these winds will be screaming out of the south here very quickly out of the south across these areas. Sunday evening, some of these zones could be up to near 60, 70 knots or so with the low-level jet. So definitely concerning for the speed shear. There's a lot of speed shear, a lot of wind energy in the atmosphere going through that Sunday evening time frame, especially over Oklahoma City, Tulsa, up here toward Wichita, and then down toward the Red River near Wichita Falls, north of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. That is concerning for tornadoes. So let me put the composite reflectivity on here to show you what we can expect. So this is 8 o'clock on Sunday evening, and you can start to see initiation of thunderstorms across southern Kansas here, back across western Oklahoma, west of the Oklahoma City metro area, and then down in towards northwest Texas, just west of Wichita Falls. And these storms, even though you see a line of storms here, these could be tornado producers. Certainly, with that low-level jet in place, this is what we call a QLCS line, a quasi-linear convective system here for long strong. And as this pushes east into that unstable environment and that strong low-level jet here that we were just showing you from the south moves in, along with that mid-level jet here from the southwest, there's a little bit of turning of the winds with height, but there's a lot of speed shear, and you need both of those to come together for a potential tornado event down here. So we'll continue to watch these storms, especially as they initiate back to the west here and the western side of that enhanced risk zone I was showing you, West Oklahoma City. These storms certainly could be tornado producers and certainly producing damaging winds, because we saw all the wind energy and the energy in the atmosphere with the dew points out there, and the temperatures with what we call CAPE, convective available potential energy, and that is there going through Sunday evening. So let's move that a little bit farther down the road here. This is about 10 o'clock here on Sunday, and you can see this line of storms. This is going to be a nasty line of storms move through eastern Kansas, central Oklahoma, down here, and potentially as far south as the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We still have to watch some of these outflow boundaries out ahead of the storms for some damaging winds. They will be on a weakening trend down here toward the DFW Metroplex, McKinney, Denton, Texas, these areas, and then eventually over there toward Tyler, Texas. As they push to the east, these storms will definitely be weakening, and there's a little bit of a cap on the atmosphere down here. So, but to the north, it is that QLCS line of storms that we'll be talking about from Wichita down there toward Oklahoma City, just west of Tulsa, the Fort Sill, Lawton, Oklahoma area, Moore, Oklahoma down here. These storms will be propagating farther to the east, and it's that leading edge of the storms we have to be concerned about, probably for those 60 to 80 mile per hour wind gusts. Yeah, with the wind energy I'm seeing, there's certainly a potential for some 70 and 80 mile per hour wind gusts, I do think, going in towards that the evening hours, mid to late evening now by 10 o'clock there on Sunday. We'll go to the end of the model run here. This goes to midnight, and you can see these storms are still hanging tough. They're starting to slowly weaken. You see this line become a little bit more disorganized as it moves into eastern Oklahoma, southeastern Kansas here, and then the western portions of Arkansas. But they're still going to be producing damaging winds and large hail, and even some brief spin-up tornadoes along the leading edge. With any of these kinks in the line, we definitely have to be concerned about some QLCS tornadoes going in towards that Sunday evening and even overnight hours. This is late evening, so this is concerning, guys. This is an overnight threat. I do plan on going live Sunday evening and Sunday night to cover this threat, so if you guys want to join me then, we'll be going over radar analysis on that and tracking those storms with live severe thunderstorm warnings and tornado warnings as they do come up into Sunday night. So you guys can count on me to try and do that. I hope to have the internet issues resolved by then, so I can be live for that as well. But even up here towards Kansas City, we're talking about some pretty heavy rainfall up here as well. And again, some stronger thunderstorms in this zone is definitely possible, and that could extend as far north, again, toward the Lincoln area. So if you live up toward Lincoln, Nebraska, yeah, certainly we could be talking about some stronger storms. And let me back this up a little bit to see what it looks like here in the Lincoln area, because I know I had a question about that earlier. Yeah, it looks more like a disorganized line. The stronger part of the line is certainly south of Lincoln here, especially on the NAM 3KM model. I do agree with that. I think Kansas City has a better chance of stronger storms than Lincoln and Omaha does. But we still have to watch that, because that low pressure system is up here towards portions of Lincoln and Omaha, and it's going to be pressing in towards the north and east, toward the upper Midwest. So there's a lot of times with these low pressure systems, there's a lot more spin in the environment. So we have to watch out for some spin up tornadoes even farther north. But I think mainly some elevated hail type of potential. I was just looking at the CAPE values up here. We had some CAPE around 500 to 1,000 joules per kilogram. I do think that there's going to be enough energy for at least some isolated large hailstones up to around 1 inch in diameter, which is quarter size across southeastern Nebraska. So again, I apologize, guys. I'm going over the weather forecast. If you guys ask me a question, I'll just try to answer as many as I can here at times. Honey Badger says, how about snow level in Flagstaff, Arizona on Saturday night? You mean snow accumulation? Is that what you mean? Sunday night? Let me see if I can show that to you. The Flagstaff area, that's in... Yeah, here's the Flagstaff area in Arizona. This goes all the way through Sunday night. We'll go all the way to the end. This is going all the way to midnight on Monday morning. And the Flagstaff area looks like about, let's see here. Let me zoom in a little bit. Looks like about 6 to 10 inches worth of snow is definitely likely. So if you live in Flagstaff, Arizona, yeah, get ready. 6 to 10 inches of snow, definitely likely going in towards that Saturday, Sunday night time frame for sure. Jim says there's still 680,000 power outages in Michigan, down from 800,000 from the other day. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of power outages. Yeah, a lot of icing, a lot of ice with that ice storm up to the north. And I know there's a lot of power outages still, not only in Michigan, but even Wisconsin, parts of northern Illinois, and probably even farther east towards the New York State as well, with some of the icing over there as well. So that is currently what we're seeing with the forecast there off to the west. So if you guys have any more questions for that, feel free to ask. Let me go to the GFS model here to see what it's showing. This is the newest run of the GFS, and it hasn't fully come out yet. But it does show the general same theme here with that line of storms. The GFS model is agreeing. Again, this is not as high of a resolution here as the NAM model, of course, but it does still show the same theme of a squall line, a QLCS line of storms moving through Kansas here, potentially as far north as southeastern Nebraska, and then the strongest part of the line will be down here toward the Oklahoma City metro area. That's where we could probably see some embedded instances of up to 80-mile-per-hour winds. We could have some brief instances there of some hurricane force wind gusts. Of course, some hail that could be over quarter size, but even some tornadoes as well. And I wouldn't rule out a strong tornado initially with these storms as they develop down here into western Oklahoma. But I think as they develop, they're going to be developing very quickly here along that dry line, and they will not have a lot of time to produce tornadoes, at least isolated, discrete cells that have those real strong tornadoes, like a big tornado outbreak you see sometimes. We're not really going to be talking about a major tornado outbreak. I really, with my opinion on this, I think it's going to be mainly a wind event as it pushes east, mainly a windstorm. Again, it's not a derecho or anything like that, but it's still going to be producing some strong winds up, from north to south along this line, even into North Texas, including the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. We still could be seeing some of those outflow boundaries on the southern side of the system. So that is what we'll continue to watch going into that Sunday night time frame. Again, it's a nocturnal threat. So again, tornadoes are more dangerous at night. So you definitely want to be mindful of that. You want to have multiple ways to receive watches and warnings, whether it's a tornado watch, a severe thunderstorm watch, a tornado warning, a severe thunderstorm warning, even a flash flood warning. You want to have multiple ways to receive warnings. Whether it's your TV, your smartphone, your tablet, your laptop, anything you can, radio, anything you can get to be alerted that there's severe weather on the way, you definitely want to have that going into Sunday night. That is for sure. Jonathan Miller says, hey, weather on the go. Do you think Texas will see a milder March? That's a good question. I will be outlining that as soon as I get. I'll actually be putting my March forecast out on March 1st of 2023. So on next Wednesday, I'll be putting my March forecast out. And if you guys don't know, I put out my monthly weather forecast every first of the month. So 1st of March, 1st of April, 1st of May, all that stuff. I'll be putting out my monthly forecast during that time. So that's where you can catch that, Jonathan. I haven't looked at the data yet. I haven't gone through that, and it's a lot of long-range weather forecasting that goes into that. So unfortunately, to be accurate, I cannot say right now. So wait for next Wednesday, and I will have that information for you. But I appreciate your question, though. Rain Maves says, I think this might be a bust, but I will see you in the lot. I don't think it's not going to be a bust. I mean, if you're talking about a tornado outbreak, it was never really going to be a tornado outbreak anyway. It was just going to be mainly a damaging wind threat. Sure, there could be some tornadoes, but I'm not expecting a major, tornado outbreak with 100 tornadoes or anything crazy like that. I think there could be some tornadoes and maybe even a strong tornado here initially, like I said, into western Oklahoma or the Panhandle. But as it pushes east, it's going to start to grow upscale very quickly into a squall line or a QLCS line from southeastern portions there of Nebraska through eastern Kansas, getting into central eastern Oklahoma, and even down here toward Dallas-Fort Worth and moving eastward, and that will turn into more of a heavy rain, damaging wind, and large hail threat as it pushes eastward. So I don't think it'll be a bust. With the dynamics I'm seeing, it certainly does look like a pretty solid threat for damaging winds. I mean, this is probably the strongest threat for damaging winds in a more widespread zone that we've seen in quite a while, at least a few weeks here in the United States, at least with the dynamics that I'm looking at. So certainly not a bust, I don't think. You did predict slightly above average to average temperatures for Texas. Just wondering if that changed dramatically. I'm not exactly, I don't even remember, honestly, man. It's been a while since I've done that. Again, I do it on every first of the month. So if I did it on the 1st of February, I couldn't tell you what I put on there. I'll have to go back myself and look at it. So, but again, next Wednesday, I'll have that forecast for you, Jonathan. So hang tough for the next few days. And again, I'll have that again. Hopefully, I can start doing videos again tomorrow. That would be great. Yeah, but if you guys have not yet pressed the like button, press the like button, guys. We're up to 119 likes thanks to you guys. Keep pressing that like button, guys. Lots of people watching. Thanks to you guys helping me out here. Definitely much appreciated. I couldn't do it without you. Amazing audience, guys. Thank you so much. Press that like button. Let's see here. Will Tulsa see tornadoes possible? Yes, Tulsa could see some tornadoes along the line of the storms. Tulsa, you are right on the line between that enhanced and slight risk zone. As those storms push east, and I'll actually turn this back over to the NAM model because it is a higher resolution model here. Let me go back to that just real quick, just one moment. Going into that time frame, um, you see, as the storms develop off to the west of Tulsa, they really grow quickly into a line. So that's why, like I said, I'm not too concerned about a major tornado outbreak because usually with major tornado outbreaks, you see more like discrete supercells by themselves. And those are the ones that produce those tornadoes as they develop. But we're not seeing that. So, but certainly don't let this line of storms fool you. There's still going to probably be some embedded tornadoes along the leading edge. You see these little kinks in the line here. Definitely have to be concerned about that. But definitely hear more of a widespread damaging wind threat rather than a major tornado outbreak is what I'm thinking with this as we go through that Sunday time frame. But Tulsa in particular, it does look like, yeah, we could see some tornadoes moving through Tulsa. But if it does, at least with the NAM 3KM model, it doesn't have the heart of this line of storms moving through until about 10, 11 o'clock late Sunday evening. So this will be a late night event. It's going to be dark out. You know, you can't see tornadoes coming at night, and that's why I'm concerned about this. Of course, yeah, we're going to see some damaging winds on the leading edge, but we still have to watch these little kinks in the line, even near the Tulsa region, for some spin up tornadoes, some QLCS tornadoes, as we call it. So that is something we'll watch as we go into Sunday night. No, it's not going to be, it's not going to, Jonathan, it's not going to be February 21st in March. No. The sun angle is going to be a lot higher. We're not talking about any crazy wind chills or anything like that in Texas. Maybe farther north in the upper Midwest, but certainly not for Texas, not in March. Upstate New York next week. I will get to that in just a couple of minutes, MP. I promise you. Michelle says you're back. That was a quick cable repair. Well, no, I can still do live streams. I just cannot do videos, which is weird. So again, guys, keep pressing that like button. We're up to 126 likes. Let's try to get at least to 200 here within the next few minutes, guys. Thank you so much for pressing the like button. Definitely much appreciated. Keep pressing that like button, everybody. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. If you're not a subscriber, it's free to subscribe. You get all of my daily weather forecast updates each and every morning at 9 a.m. when I can do my videos and also when I do live streams as well. So definitely press the subscribe button and notification bell to get all that stuff as well. So appreciate it. Yeah, if you guys want to know, I'm up to 22,748 subscribers now. Believe it or not, we're getting so close to 23,000 subscribers. So if you want to help me reach my goal, I'm actually approaching my 1 year of being on YouTube, which is on March 1st, next Wednesday of 2023. I started on March 1st of 2022. So my 1 year being on YouTube is next week. So if you want to help support that as well and support the channel, press the subscribe button, everybody, as well. Each and every one of you guys. Definitely much appreciated. It's pretty cool. I've been on YouTube for almost a year, and we're already getting really close. We're within shouting distance of 25,000 subscribers. So thank you to all the new subscribers out there. Much appreciated. Welcome to Weather on the Go. Snowy says, I noticed yesterday morning that it's finally light out before 7 a.m. now. Yeah, it's great. Actually, yeah, I looked out the door and it's 6:30 here this morning and it was light out. I was up late trying to make my video, and of course, my video didn't work. So, Brendan says, do you think Arkansas will see snow in the beginning of March? I'll have to look at the long range weather forecast, the GFS, but real quick here. Let's see. Again, I don't like doing this too much, but we'll look at it for you just real quick, just for the fun of it. How about that? And then we'll talk about the northeast snowstorm. So we've talked about the severe weather threat. We're going to turn over to the northeast because there's a northeast snowstorm coming early next week, guys. We'll have to talk about that. What am I doing here? All right, we got to go to. All right, we're talking about, what did you say, into March? Well, again, I don't like going too far out because March is still a few days away yet. We'll go back to the 12Z GFS run. I actually have not yet looked at this, so we'll look at this together. And I'm not exactly sure why the GFS doesn't go beyond Tuesday on the 12Z run. Is there an outage with here? Let me look at something real quick, guys. Is there an outage with the GFS run? Sometimes there's outages with the runs of the weather models, and I'm not sure why it doesn't go farther out. It looks like I'm looking at all the weather models here, and it certainly looks like there's a chance. I mean, there's a possibility of some snow farther south, but I don't really think so. I don't think the snow is going to hit Arkansas. I was looking at the European forecast model as well, and I don't really think so with that. Oh, there it goes. Now it finally loads. I don't know why it took forever. Let me see what here. Let me go on my laptop real quick and see what the timestamp is for what I was looking at for that snow in early March for you. Just real quick. Again, I don't like doing this a lot, but hey, we'll do it for the fun of it. So 18Z Friday, March 3rd. That's at 174 hours. All right, so going into this time frame, the GFS is showing a snowstorm here, across the Ohio Valley. And of course, look at this, guys. We're 174 hours out if you look at the top of your screen. So, of course, this is going to change. That is obviously going to happen many times before we even get to that point. But the GFS has been consistent, I will say, at showing at least a storm system, we'll say that, across this zone moving to the north and east towards the northeast. But the placement of that, whether we have snow here or there, it's very hard to pinpoint 174 hours out. So we'll try to refine that in my videos. Of course, let me go back here again. It's showing snow in western Arkansas, but again, this is one model run, and take it with a grain of salt. Again, we're 174 hours out or so. So this certainly will change without a doubt. So I'm not going to put too much stock and money on this to say, hey, we're going to see some, 6 inches of snow in Little Rock. No, I'm not going to be silly and say that. This is going to certainly change, and I'll be tracking this storm. Again, we have many storms before this, before early March. So we're going to be worried about our next storm with the severe weather, and then the northeast snowstorm, and then we'll take a look at this storm a little bit more and dissect it as we get into early March, okay? So we'll be doing that. Honey Badger says, I only watch your channel to get weather reports now these days. Thank you so much. You're awesome, Weather on the Go. Thank you so much, Honey Badgers. Definitely appreciate having you here. It's definitely wonderful having you here, so appreciate it. Congrats on your almost 1-year anniversary. Definitely much appreciated as well, Honey Badgers. Appreciate it. Ashley says, yeah, a lot could change before then too. Yeah, you're definitely correct, Ashley. A lot of stuff could change before then. I'm right beside the. Oh, you're near Columbus, Ohio, Ashley. That is right. Yeah, Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, again, it's showing snow there now, but again, if no models are going to be accurate 171 hours out and be exactly how it shows here, okay? So this is going to change. This snow line could go farther north towards even Green Bay. It could go farther south towards Knoxville. It really could. I mean, there's a lot of wiggle room that could happen between now and 174 hours out from now, which is several days away. So we'll continue to watch it. I'm like on the border of the blue and yellow below Columbus. I'm okay. You're hopping around the states. Yeah, well, again, it's going to change. So we're not going to talk about this too much longer because we have to talk about the snowstorm in the Northeast that actually does look more likely than this storm right now. So let's get to that across the Northeast here, and that will be next Tuesday. So this is about 3 in the morning, guys. Actually, I'll go a little bit back from there. This is about 9 p.m. Monday evening, and you can see we have that storm. This is the same storm that's going to be producing severe weather back across the plains. Okay, so this is all the way up in the Northeast early next week. Okay, so this is Monday evening at 9 p.m., and you can see this storm is across portions of the Northeast, even southeastern Canada here, and a narrow swath of some heavy snow. Ottawa, Canada, getting back there toward Toronto, and there is a concern even for some ice overlapping in that snow zone here, somewhere potentially in the New York State, northern New Jersey, back up toward Toronto, or maybe just north and east of Toronto as we go through that Monday evening time frame. But certainly a heavy band of snow in this zone here toward Boston and Albany, New York, at least on the GFS model run. And then as we go through that Tuesday morning time frame, this is about 3 in the morning, and you can see more of that snow starting to overspread parts of Albany, New York, the Concord, New Hampshire area, Boston, Massachusetts, Providence, all these areas. But it does look like New York City does stay at least a mixture of rain and snow on the GFS model runs. That is interesting. That is interesting. And then as we move across the next couple of days, or the next, couple of hours after that, mid-morning on Tuesday, all the snow pushes up towards coastal Maine, and we could be seeing some heavier snowfall here for Augusta, Maine, the Portland, Maine area, and then on up toward Caribou, Maine as well, or mainly south of Caribou, as we get up there into far northern New England, getting in towards that Tuesday morning time frame. Okay, so that's what we're seeing. Again, this could change a little bit between now and then. It's only Friday, so we have the weekend and even on Monday to refine these details. But let's look at potentially what we could see for ice accumulation, because there will be a freezing rain line with this system. There will certainly be freezing rain with this system, I do think. So let's go through Tuesday evening. Yeah, there's not a lot of ice, but there's going to be enough, especially right now over the Syracuse, Scranton, potentially as far south and east as New York City, getting in towards that Monday, Tuesday time frame. And if you look, some of this icing, yeah, we could see a tenth to up to a quarter of an inch of ice is certainly a possibility here going through southern New York State, getting into the Scranton area to northeastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, and then stretching over there towards New York City potentially. Yeah, a tenth to a quarter of an inch of ice is definitely a possibility here. And then turning over to the snowfall potential now. Yeah, this is a 10-to-1 ratio, but look at the heavy snow. Central New York State, yeah, the GFS model showing 10, 20 inches. I mean, that's possible. Over here towards Boston, we could see double-digit snows. I know Boston hasn't had a big snowstorm really this year. Yeah, we could be seeing double-digit snow here, over a foot, but this is showing about 12, 13, 14 inches of snow in towards Boston, so definitely something to watch. This will change, again, just like we were mentioning earlier with the other storm system, 174 hours out in the future. This will change because this is still 111 hours out. So we're still going to be watching this, refining this in the coming days, and hopefully I can do a video for you guys, and we'll be doing that as well tomorrow morning. So hopefully we can get a video out for you guys for this to update you on that. 6 more likes, guys. We need 6 more likes to get to 150 likes on the live stream. Thank you so much. We're at 144 likes thanks to you guys. You guys rock. Thank you so much. Again, we've been live for quite a while now. I'm not even sure how long we've been live for, honestly. But it's great to have you here. It looks like over an hour. We've been live for about an hour and 10 minutes now. So thanks to you guys. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, and up here towards Portland, Oregon. What am I talking about? Portland, Maine. About 11 inches worth of snow, potentially on this model even, the GFS, going in towards that Tuesday evening time frame. It does lessen up here toward the Bangor, Maine area, up towards 7 inches. Caribou, we may have a few inches, 1 to 4 inches there. So we'll watch that. Montreal, though. Yeah, Montreal, we could have some double-digit snows approaching a foot, 11, 12 inches up here with this system. So that's pretty cool. Thank you so much, guys. We're up to 151 likes now. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We're almost to 200. We're almost to 200, guys. Getting so close. But yeah, that's what we're talking about. If I zoom the picture out, you can see where the snowstorm will be. It's going to be mainly a northern snowstorm event here across portions of the northeast and southeastern Canada. This is Ontario, Canada here. This is Quebec, Canada there. And then you got New England across this region as well. So that is what we're seeing going in towards early next week for the snowfall swath. So that is what we're seeing. So if you live in any of those zones, up here into the UP of Michigan, if you live in the UP of Michigan, northern lower Michigan, southeastern Canada toward the Quebec City area, potentially the Ottawa area, Toronto, Montreal, get ready for some heavy snow, even towards portions of the northeast here, Boston, potentially as far south as New York City. We'll have to wait and see. Albany, New York, especially in this zone here. And then we could be seeing that along coastal portions of Maine, getting in towards that Monday, Tuesday time frame. So get ready for some heavy snow. Get the snow blowers ready and gassed up. Get the shovels ready, the plows ready. You're going to need them all across these zones getting into early next week. Probably, I do expect even some winter storm watches. Probably as soon as if this forecast holds for the Northeast, I expect some winter storm watches in these areas here from Maine down through Vermont, New Hampshire, Eastern New York State, maybe parts of Southern New York, uh, the much of Massachusetts, Connecticut, and Rhode Island here, even Cape Cod, even some of these areas. Winter storm watches probably as soon as Sunday morning with this. So we'll wait and see on that. Rodney says, how much Washington, D.C. getting? Washington, D.C., you're not going to get much out of this. Going through Tuesday evening, Washington, D.C., it's showing about maybe an inch or two of snow. But other than that, nothing too big. Not too big of a deal. And maybe nothing, honestly, in Washington, D.C. So not seeing anything too crazy. All the heavy snow is going to be real far up to the north there in the southeastern Canada, the UP of Michigan, northern lower Michigan, and, up there toward New York State and stuff like that. Snowy says, I don't care what it does now as long as the summer is hot, humid, and with lots of nighttime thunderstorms. Yeah, it's interesting. I'll be putting out my summer forecast. If you guys want to watch my spring forecast, that video is on my YouTube channel. You go to my homepage, my Weather on the Go homepage there with the YouTube channel and everything. You go all the way down and scroll down to the different sections. You have my popular videos. You have the January, February 2023 weather forecast videos. You scroll down to where it actually says seasonal weather outlooks, and that is where you find my spring forecast for 2023. Great video, guys. I spent a lot of time on it and research with the weather models and a lot of different things on there. I have severe weather climatology and forecasts on there, snowstorm forecasts through the spring, when you can expect a late frost and freeze this season, how likely that is in some areas, and just a bunch of great stuff. And I go month by month, March, April, and May of what I expect each month there through that video. So it's pretty cool. You guys go check that out. Leave a like there as well. Comment on the video if you want. Pretty cool video. You guys can go watch that after the stream if you like. Well, Ashley, it's not set in stone for the snowstorm in Ohio just yet. Again, that's 174 hours out, so it'll change certainly. So don't worry about it too much right now. It'll change for sure. Snowy says, yay, I only get a little bit of snow this round. Yeah, it looks like maybe Toronto, you might be on the here. I'll go back to the freezing rain accretion here because there will be some ice accretion possibly with this setup into Toronto. And I'm concerned about maybe up to a quarter inch of ice here. We could be talking about tenth, even 2/10 of an inch, possibly even getting into a quarter inch territory with the icing here towards Toronto. So that is certainly something to note as we go through that time frame. When did I say that, Snowies? When did I say you had an accent? You have a nice accent, Snowies. We like your accent. Your Canadian accent is very nice. Michelle, it's also new. Michelle, you're a jokester. I appreciate you. Ashley says, yeah, hopefully stuff Yeah, well, it looks like it's again, we're going to be an active weather pattern, Ashley, through the probably the next couple of weeks. So, if you live in the lower 48 here in the United States, no matter if you're in the northern plains or not, I mean, a lot of these areas, like I said, I'll show you the storm track going through this time frame. Again, you probably have low pressure systems like this, and that's what I was talking about into early March is that they'll dive down to the southeast from the front range of the Rockies and then take that left-hand turn somewhere across the southern or southeastern United States. And that's what I was saying before when I showed you that system that's potentially, 174 hours out that, we could be talking about heavy snow back in this area. Actually, you can't even see that. Heavy snow back in this area here, potentially somewhere in the zone. It could be farther south here, like in this area. It could be farther north in this area, but we'll just keep an eye on it going into early March for sure. Again, guys, keep pressing that like button. We're up to 158 likes. Subscribe to the channel, guys. Press that red subscribe button down below. You don't miss out on any of these live streams. Again, I likely will be going live Sunday evening, Sunday night. So definitely hit the notification bell. Hit that red subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on the live streams and any of my videos each and every morning at 9 a.m. when I can do my videos. Hopefully, I'll be able to do my videos again tomorrow morning. So I am crossing my fingers for that. I apologize. I was not able to do a video here today, but hopefully I will be able to tomorrow. I appreciate your guys' understanding on that. Thank you so much, Michelle. That's a very kind compliment. Thank you. No, Ashley, I'm not. No, it looks like it really does. I mean, an active weather pattern. I mean, it's going to be persistent. We're getting out of La Nina, and we're trending towards neutral conditions, ENSO neutral. And actually, by the summer, it's possible late summer into early fall of 2023. It's a little far out, but we could be trending towards what we call a weak or even moderate El Nino. So we could be flipping the climate pattern around, which would favor more rainfall, okay, more rainfall down in these areas and drier up to the north where it's actually been wet lately. That could be coming in late summer and early fall of 2023. So we will flip the weather pattern around significantly if that does occur. All right, sounds good, Ashley. Yeah, definitely. I'll be here. Well, I'll be here as well. I'll be here for you guys. Harley says, "What do you think on severe weather for Omaha, Nebraska? Omaha, you're going to be too far north for the severe weather threat. You're right on the line between. You're actually north of the marginal risk. The marginal risk only goes up to it's like right here, basically. So you're basically north of that. So you're basically going to see more of just general thunderstorms in your area. That's about it." Thank you, Steve. Steve Lapointe for the $10 super chat. 200 likes. Let's go. Thank you so much, Steve. Much appreciated. Everybody give Steve a round of applause for sending in a donation of $10 to the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel, guys, and especially Steve. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. He says 200 likes. Let's go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, Steve. Hope you're having a great Friday afternoon out there. Thank you so much. Again, if you guys, anybody wants to support the channel, you guys, you don't have to, of course, but definitely it's much appreciated. Like Steve, you guys can press that super chat down below and send in the donations to the channel. It helps everything run here and do these live streams for you more and more. Definitely much appreciated. Again, you don't have to send in any, super chats or anything or donations, but it's down there if you guys want to do that. Definitely much appreciated. Again, all you guys, all I like with you guys to do is just press the like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Again, that really goes a long way with helping the channel anyway. So you don't have to donate, but if you would like to, it's definitely down there for you. I'll say that. So again, thank you, Steve. Much appreciated. Hope you're having a great Friday. Hey, Melissa Smith, thanks for joining. Much appreciated. Thank you for joining the live stream. Again, I know you've been on my channel for a while as well, so good to see you here again. All right, so you guys got any questions for me with the weather pattern over the next 7 to 10 days? I've touched on the severe weather. I've touched on the severe weather threat. I have touched on the ice storm potential getting into next week there, the snowstorm across the Northeast, and even the heavy rain back here in California we're seeing near the Los Angeles region. So if you guys have any more questions, let me know down below. Otherwise, I'm getting close to wrapping up. I know we've been live for over an hour now. We're getting close to an hour and a half. I was just going to do a kind of a shorter range or a shorter term live stream here today to cover that. But thank you guys. Let's see if we can get to 200 likes. Okay, guys, let's get to 200 likes before the live stream's done. Let's see if we can do it. You guys rock. So let's see if we can hit our goal of 200 likes before the live stream is over with. That would be much appreciated, guys. Keep pressing that like button. Susie says, hello, everyone from Northern Kentucky. Thank you for joining, Susie. Definitely much appreciated. Simon, thanks for joining. Send rain, not snow. You like rain, Simon? Depending where you are in southeastern Canada, Simon, it does look like ice or snow up in that zone. So we will wait and see. We'll wait and see. 168 likes, guys. So that means we need 32 more likes, 32 more people to press that like button before I can end the live stream. So it's going to be dictated by you when I end the live stream. Once we get to 200 likes, 30 more likes, now we're up to 170, then we will end the live stream. So thank you guys so much. My goal is 200. Let's do it. Let's do it. Snowy says, well, I got to go make dinner. Thanks, everyone, for being here, and thanks, Weather on the Go, for the live stream. You're very welcome, Snowy. Thanks, as always, for tuning in. Again, I hope to have a weather forecast video for you, Snowies, and everybody else in the morning, so hopefully cross your fingers for that. I hope to have the issues with this resolved. I was able to go live, which is good, but I hope to have a video for you guys tomorrow morning, so check that out, all right? Thank you, Snowies, for joining. Much appreciated. Hope you have a good rest of your night. You don't like El Nino, Rain Maves? Why? Is it because you live in the north and you usually, again, it's variable. You know, just like every La Nina, every El Nino is different too. So yeah, there you go, Steve. 27 more subscribers to get. Actually, I think we're down to 24 now. 24 subscribers. We're up to 177. 23. There we go. We're on the countdown now. 23 more subscribers. Likes. What am I talking about? 23 more likes to get to 200. Ashley, really? Oh, wow. Jody says, hi from Norman, Oklahoma. Watching the sky for Sunday. Yes, the Norman area. Here, I'll put this back on for you guys to see. Down near Norman, Oklahoma. Yes, Sunday there is an enhanced risk of severe weather down here in Oklahoma City in the Norman area and then down toward Fort Sill. Norman, Oklahoma, you're right on the eastern side of that enhanced risk zone. That's that 3 on the scale of 3 to 5. So that is a pretty high-end risk for severe storms. So do watch that. All modes of severe weather will be possible overnight as well. So these will be nocturnal storms, which makes it even more dangerous here getting in towards that Sunday night time frame. So watching you down here in Oklahoma, and if you want to watch my live stream, I'm likely going to be going live Sunday night, Jody. So definitely, I'll have eyes to the sky for you guys from the radar analysis point of view as well. So if you guys want to check out my live stream going into Sunday night, I certainly will be probably live. So I'll be covering this for you guys as well with the severe thunderstorm warnings, any tornado warnings that pop up, and we'll be doing live radar analysis Sunday night. 20 more likes, guys. We need 20 more likes to get to 200, and then I can end the live stream. We're up to 180 likes. Yeah, Michelle, tornadoes. Again, I'll leave this up for you guys. This is the severe weather risk. I'll try to put it all in one screen here. This is the severe weather risk as we go in towards that Sunday time frame. And again, it's just showing the bigger cities like Oklahoma City in the middle of that there in the level 3 of 5. You got the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex on the southeastern side of the risk. You got Kansas City way up here into the green. That's a level 1 of 5. Lincoln, Nebraska, you're right on the line there between a 0 and 1 of 5 as well. Topeka, Kansas, and Wichita, all these areas. We could be talking about some severe weather as well going into Sunday night. 186 likes, guys. We need 14 more likes. 14 more likes, guys. Let's do it. Keep pressing that like button. Jody says, thanks, I'll be watching. Okay, Jody, thank you for joining again. Yeah, I'll hopefully be live on Sunday night, so hopefully I'll be doing, hopefully we don't see any severe weather, you know? Hopefully it doesn't happen, but it looks likely right now. I'll be covering it for you. Drew says, when I read the discussion, if you read the discussion from the Storm Prediction Center, it does not refer or talk about tornadoes. Why is that? It's because the main risk of the storms, because I was showing you it's going to be a line of storms, is going to be damaging winds. So here, I'll go back to show you what I'm talking about here. Let me go to... Let me go to the line of storms here. I'm going to show you in just a moment. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing here. Let me look. Okay, here it is. Okay, so you have the storms starting back here across the panhandle of Texas and getting in towards western Oklahoma here and then western Kansas. These storms will initially be exploding along the dry line here, but they will quickly grow upscale into a line. So that's why they're not too terribly concerned about tornadoes, because it's going to quickly develop into a line of storms. That means we're going to see more of a damaging wind threat initially, but it looks like, again, like I said earlier, it's not going to be one of those real classic tornado outbreaks. We're not going to see individual supercells like I'm drawing here, like where they're more scattered about. It's going to be more of a solid line of storms, and it's going to push farther east very quickly, producing damaging winds along the entire line itself. And you can see that as it pushes to the east, going in through Sunday evening. Again, you can see more of a line of storms, but there still will be, don't let a line of storms fool you. There still will be some kinks in the line on the leading edge that we have to watch out for, some tornadoes, some spin-up tornadoes. Usually, not always, but usually those tornadoes on the leading edge of the lines are not as strong as what they would be if they were discrete supercells. But we still have to watch out for that. Even an EF0 tornado could be dangerous, or even damaging winds. You know, damaging winds in a more widespread zone could be just as damaging as tornadoes, if not more so. You guys remember the derecho in Iowa that produced 130 mile per hour winds or so with just straight line winds without a tornado? Yeah, that was back in August of 2020, so just a few years ago. So yeah, definitely you can still see some a lot of damage even with damaging winds and stuff, straight line winds. So even if you don't have tornadoes down here, you still could have some wind damage across eastern Kansas down into central eastern Oklahoma with this line of storms as it pushes to the east. Okay, so this is getting into mid to late evening on Sunday. So we'll keep tracking it for you guys. I'll have updates on my videos when I can get back on and do that. 8 more likes. Yes, Ashley, you are correct. 8 more likes. We're up to 192. Once I get to 200 likes, I will be able to end the live stream. So thank you so much. That's my goal on this live stream, is 200 likes. 193. We're down to 7 more now. Definitely much appreciated, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Rain Mave says spring might as well be canceled. Just saw the 8 to 14 day outlook on the Climate Prediction Center. I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. Are you talking about like the colder air up north? Is that what you're talking about? That southeast ridge does start to move farther south, though. I mean, we're not talking about some real crazy, heat anytime soon, but there still will be warmer times across the southeast. Make no mistake about that. It'll still be, happening there, but that is certainly possible. Hit that like button, everybody. As you're coming in, hit the like button. Let's get as many people in here as possible. We're 1 like away. There we go. We just hit 200 likes. Thank you guys so much. All right, I'm leaving, guys. Sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm not leaving yet. But yeah, my goal was 200 likes here in the live stream, and definitely much appreciated. What program am I using for my forecast? This is Radar Omega. This is Radar Omega. I had to pay for this. You guys can pay for it as well. It's a small fee. It's like $9, $8.99, $9. So it's pretty cool. A lot of different, You can get this on your phone, your tablet, your laptop, anything. It should be about $9, so it's pretty cool. A lot of data on here. You got the weather models. You got real-time weather with a radar. You got a bunch of different stuff. You can track temperatures, dew points, total precipitation. You could track the wind energy. You could track severe weather, winter weather, how much snow or ice you could see. It's a lot of cool stuff on here as well. You can even go on live to watch storm chasers in the field driving. And we'll be doing that probably Sunday night. I'm sure there's going to be storm chasers down in Oklahoma, Kansas, and Texas tracking these severe storms Sunday night. And we'll be doing just that going in toward live Sunday night. So that would be pretty cool. Thank you so much, Susie. Honey Badgers, you're now at 200. Thank you for your live, Weather on the Go. Yes, thank you so much for joining me, Honey Badgers. Yeah, it looks like we're at 202 likes. Okay, thanks, Susie. You gotta go. You gotta go to the gym. Well, thank you so much for joining, Susie. Definitely appreciate it. Again, thanks to everybody joining here this afternoon. Again, I know it's 4:30. Everybody's getting ready for dinner. I know I'm getting hungry. I'm getting ready for dinner. I'm here rather soon. I'm actually going to a basketball game this evening, so that will be pretty cool. I just wanted to get on live for you guys to show you that we have some dangerous weather coming, and make no mistake, we'll again, no time to. We don't need to panic. We don't need to panic, certainly, but we will be watching this as we get a little further down the road towards Sunday, okay? So we got to refine these weather forecasts here in the next couple of days, and I'll be live Sunday night for sure. Thank you so much, Honey Badgers. Yeah, once I got into it, it's pretty easy. All the stuff's kind of like right there, Melissa. Laura says, hard to think about severe weather here in Moore, Oklahoma. It's 30 degrees right now. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, it's colder in Moore, Oklahoma. Let's actually look at that real quick before I do go. Look at the colder temperatures here as I pull it up. She is absolutely correct. Well, if I can anyway. Let's see. Well, what am I doing wrong here? Just 1 minute. Sorry. Trying to figure out where the sorry about that, guys. Apparently, I'm having a rough time trying to find the temperatures on here for some reason. I'll go to the HRRR model. We'll do that. Here's the temperatures. Yeah, definitely correct. Look at these temperatures. This is about 4 o'clock. Yeah, this is about where we're at. Yeah, about 30 degrees or so there in Moore, Oklahoma. 28, 30 degrees. That's crazy. Yeah, definitely. It's hard to imagine for sure, Laura. Max says, do you expect a cool middle of March for the Great Lakes region? Yes. Yeah, I think it'll be colder up to the north, especially with the storm track further south. You got to think just south of as the jet stream south of you with an active subtropical jet, you're going to have the cooler air to the north of that jet stream most times. But again, it's not going to be anything crazy. I mean, yeah, there could be some cold outbreaks from time to time, but I'm not thinking we're talking anything like 70 below zero in the Great Lakes or anything like that. But there certainly will be some cold spells from time to time in the middle of March. Again, you got to think the sun angle is going to be getting higher in the sky and a lot of that stuff as well. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, guys, let's try to get to 230 likes before the end of the live stream now. That's our new goal. Again, thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody, for hitting that like button. Appreciate it. Keep hitting that like button here, even on the way out. Definitely helps out. And again, thank you, Steve, for the $10 donation. Much appreciated, Steve. Thank you so much. The 3 to 4 week outlook has me in below average temperatures. It's an experimental outlook, Rain Maves, so that will always change. Again, that's 3 to 4 weeks out. So, but yeah, it certainly can be accurate. It's just again the Climate Prediction Center will be refining that forecast in the coming days. They usually put the date or the week 3 and 4 outlook out usually every Friday, I believe, and I think they just came out with it today. I haven't looked at it yet. Thank you so much, Ashley. Let's maybe try and get a few more likes before this ends. If you haven't yet, make sure to like it. Yes, thank you so much, Ashley. Much appreciated. We're up to 205 now. You're my, I'm your favorite, Ashley, huh? Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. I'm much appreciated. Thank you so much. Your car angel, I just checked my measuring gauge in Ventura County in California. We're at 5.5 inches so far. Wow, yeah, very heavy rain. I wonder if I can see that on here. Ventura, you said you're in Ventura County? Ventura County. I can't see that. Oh, I put country. Ventura Country. I'm at county. What is it? How do you pronounce that city in California? I'll just put it on here. So you're over here in California. Yeah, you're definitely north of Oxnard. Very heavy rain over the next, 24 hours or thereabout. Yeah, look at all the rain coming into your area there. The could be seeing an additional 3 inches of rain. Your car angel, yeah, an additional 3 inches of rain going over the next, 24 hours or so, going through 9 a.m. Saturday morning, according to the HRRR model, you could be getting about 3 to 4 inches more of rain in your area. So definitely some flooding concerns. So stay safe out there. Yeah, the sun is definitely getting higher up in the sky, Max. So yeah, we're going to start to see less frequent, at least less frequent extreme cold blasts, but they'll still be there. They'll still be there. Yeah, they change a lot, Ashley, for sure. Yeah, again, thank you so much, Ashley. Definitely much appreciated. Definitely much appreciated. Again, guys, we're at 207 likes. Drop the like down below. Press the like button. See if we can get a few more likes. See if we get 230 likes here in the live stream. Keep pressing that like button. Again, thanks to everybody for joining me. I plan on doing more of these live streams, whether they're live forecasts or just weather discussions in general. I do plan on doing another trivia night. If you guys like the trivia game that we had, if you guys joined for that just a couple of weekends ago, I do plan on having another weather trivia night where we ask questions, you guys answer it, and we have lots of fun weather knowledge and educational weather questions and stuff like that. Lots of fun there. I hope to have that again going in towards maybe next weekend or something like that, or even this weekend. We'll see. So I'll let you know on that. You're very kind, Ashley. I'll say that. Thank you. Yeah, trivia. Yes, definitely lots of fun. A lot of people liked it last time. We're just asking questions, just general questions like historical weather questions, like how many tornadoes occurred in the year 2011, just stuff like that. Just general questions. It's lots of fun. See what your knowledge is. Again, a lot of the questions that I come up with and I look, just kind of shock me to be honest with you. But we'll be doing that as well. Thank you so much, Bleecker family. Yes, trivia night was good. I plan on doing that again. Um, Probably maybe this weekend or maybe next weekend, especially. I'll have to come up with some more new questions for you guys. So that would be pretty fun. I knew the snow would be here until May. Well, we're not talking about May, man. We're not even in March yet. Come on now. We're talking about May. All right, man. Well, again, appreciate everybody joining. Melissa Smith says yes, more trivia fun. Well, all right. Well, thank you guys. Again, press that like button on the way out, everybody. Subscribe. Hit that red subscribe button down below if you have not already. And hit the notification bell to get all of my daily weather forecast updates each and every morning at 9 a.m. when I do my videos. And to also get these live streams each and every day. All right, guys. Thank you to everybody joining. Again, give Steve another round of applause. Thank you for the $10 donation here in the live stream. Definitely much appreciated. Thank you so much, Steve. And again, hope everybody has a great night out there and stay safe. Sunday, I'll be tracking that severe weather Sunday night. Again, probably on a live stream, so stay tuned for Sunday night's live stream. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining. Have a great rest of your Friday, everybody.
and all your fears around the ground. Then you said, all I ever wanted was to love like this. All I ever needed was to feel like something. I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of dancing time. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up, climbing and climbing. I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you would stick around. I guess time starts still, a king without his crown. Now I'm breaking and you're faking, girl. You never made a sound. I'm tired.